This is the plaintiff, Denise Silver. She says the defendant, her ex-husband, asked her to bail their son out of jail due to a DUI. She loaned him money so their son didn't have to sit behind bars. Turns out she paid the whole entire bail when she thought she was splitting it with the defendant. And she's furious he tried to rip her off like that. She's suing the lying sack of you-know-what for every penny of the $200 he got out of her under false pretenses. This is the defendant, Daryl Fouché. He says he called the plaintiff and told her he wasn't going to be able to get their son out of jail until the next day when he got paid. The plaintiff didn't want her boy sitting in jail overnight and wired him money to bail him out. Now she's coming after him for that money when she's the one who owes him $21,000 in back child support because he's been raising the boy since he was 4? Please. He's accused of bowing out on bail.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Denise Silver, you are suing your former husband, Daryl Fouché, for $200 in bail money that you sent, according to you, under false pretenses because you were lied to by Mr. Fouché about the amount you should send for bail for your son. Talk to me. What happened?
Well, October 2nd, it was, I don't know what day it was, but October 2nd, he called me about 9 o'clock.
2014?
Of 2014, yes.
Okay.
Called me about 9 o'clock in the morning on my cell phone. I was at work. He said, have you heard from your son?
How old is your son?
He was 23 at the time.
Oh, he's a grown man.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So he calls you. You're living where?
I live in New Jersey. He lives in Georgia, but he doesn't live with his father.
Okay.
He had just moved into his new apartment, was working 2 jobs, just trying to get started.
Okay.
So he called me, his father called me, and said...
How long have you two been separated or divorced?
20 years.
20 plus years, thank God.
Okay. And do you still talk to each other?
Unfortunately, he'll call me or text me.
Just about the boy or not about the boy?
About Dante, usually.
Okay. And, all right. And during those 20 years, who had residential custody of Dante?
He did, Daryl did.
May I ask why?
I had some drug issues back then, and...
When did those get resolved?
5 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
Right. How are you now?
I'm great now.
Good for you.
I'm great.
All right. Talk to me.
So, like I said, he called me and I said, have you heard from your son? I said, no, I haven't talked to him, today. Oh, well, he's locked up. He had a DUI. He got pulled over. He got DUI. I'm trying to find out what's going on. Okay, fine. Call me back.
How did you know he had a DUI?
He called me that morning at work, and he said, Dad, I got a DUI. And I was talking to him. I said, what happened? And he just explained it was not even 3,000 feet from his apartment complex.
Yeah, that's how it always is.
And his back light.
I almost made it, Dad, without them catching me.
Back light was out. And he told me they pulled him over and everything. So when I talked to him, I said, well, I'm not going to leave
What time
work.
of the night or day had that happened?
It was about 2 a.m.
Nothing good ever happens after.
So, yeah, so.
All right, so then, and you tell him what?
I told my son, I said I was not going to bail him out until I left work.
Which was going to be when?
Because I felt like that would have been a lesson learned.
Of course.
Been there, I'm not going to run back
you don't have to explain that to me.
Oh,
and
okay.
then, I'm a tough love kind of girl. But in any event, that would have been when?
That would have been about 6 o'clock that evening.
Okay. So he would have had to spend the day waiting for you to get around to being able to bail him out.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm a chemist.
A chemist?
Yes.
For what kind of company?
For a chemical company, we make coatings for different material, paint, liquids and stuff.
All right. So you get a call at what time, you say?
Around 9 o'clock in the morning.
And he tells you, I'm not going to be able to bail him out until?
No.
What he said to you was different.
He said to me, he's in jail. I'm trying to find out how much it's going to be for the bail. I'm still waiting to get information. Okay, call me back. Calls me back about an hour or so later. He's in there for DUI. The bail is $550. Okay, when you going to get him? I don't have enough money. If you don't have anything to give, then he's just going to have to sit in there all day. He's going to have to stay
until when?
Overnight.
Oh, I was going to give birth to money? How was he going to get the money to the next day?
Don't know, just overnight. So I'm like, you're not going to let our child sit in jail overnight. He was already in there since 2 o'clock in the morning from what you told me. I said, no, what do you need? Oh, well, I have half of it. I got $300. Okay, fine. I'll give you the rest of it.
So you sent $200 how?
To put a direct deposit in his bank account.
And is this going on through text or verbally?
We're on the phone.
Did you guys text also?
He texted me his account number.
Okay, can I see that? Do you have the text in your phone?
I sure do.
All right, so he texts you the account number and you...
I left my job at around 1 o'clock, took the money out of my account and put it into his account.
Okay, and then what happens? Your son gets out when?
About 8 o'clock that night. He kept saying he was going to go. He was just waiting for me to send the money.
Okay, so according to you, he tells you he's going to leave work to bail him out.
Right.
So what time did he call you to tell you the bail is $550 according to you?
That was probably within an hour or two.
From 9?
From 9.
All right, so...
Okay, where's my messages? Well, I can't find it here at the moment, but I have it here.
No, I like to see it in the phone.
I do have it in the phone. It's just going to take me a second.
That's fine, I got a second.
Okay.
While you're looking for that, according to you, what is it you tell her that causes her to put money in your account?
No, this is what happened. I told her he was going to stay. I said to her, I did say to her, I was going to let him stay till tomorrow. I was going to bail him. I was going to bail him out. At the time, I didn't know exactly what the cost of the bond was because he went at 2 a.m. and the time when he called me, he still didn't know what the bond was. So when I got off work at 5 o'clock, by that time, he had told me what the bond was.
Well, but she had already put money in your account at 1 o'clock.
She only put 200. She put 200 in it.
Why did she pick the number 200?
Because that's all I said. Just send me 200. I didn't know what the amount was.
Did you ever tell her the amount was $550?
No, I never told her.
According to you, you never told her that. And then you find out that the bond is what?
The bond
at 5 o'clock. You find out it's what?
The bond from the court was $1,600. The bail bond fee was $245.
Right. So the bond is $1,600, but the fee for the bail bondsman to put up that bond on your behalf was how much?
$245.
$245, and that's money gone because that's their fee.
Yes.
Okay. So do you go and get him out that day, or let him sit another day?
No, I go and get him.
You got him out that day.
He got out.
All right. Now he's a 23-year-old man. When do you first hear from her, hey, I sent you $200. You should be paying for half of his $242, so you owe me some money? Because that's obviously why she's here. In fact, she's here for the whole $200. She doesn't think she should have to pay any of it.
Yes, it's colorful. That's how I feel.
Okay, apparently, instead of having your name, Daryl Fouché, in here, she has you in here as a bad word for rectal orifice. Did you know that?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Would you loan your ex-spouse money?
No.
Why?
They're not going to pay me back.
Are they automatically bad people because it didn't work out?
No, but they have no reason to pay me back because I probably already harbor some sort of resentment towards them, so they're not going to...
What'd you do? What do you say?
Depends who it was.
An ex-spouse?
Yes.
Why?
Well, if it ended on good terms, you might still loan them money, or if they needed the money.
Fair enough. What do you say? Would you do it?
No. Well, I mean, are they giving me am I going to give them the money after we break up, or is it...
No. Well, I'll explain later. Going inside the courtroom.
How long have you had him in there that way?
All his life.
But did you pay child support throughout the years that you were struggling?
Yes, I did.
Were you ever in arrears?
I did owe back
child support. Were you in arrears $21,000?
I was.
Who do you think you are coming in here and giving this man the kind of grief that you're giving him over $200 that you decide to pay for a grown man? God forbid that he spend a little time there and let a little something about DUI. And then because we find out that the bail bondsman's fee was $242, you now want your entire $200 back from a man who you owe $21,000 in back child support to? Have I got it?
You got it, but...
who you call?
Yes.
And you call him?
Yes. I paid for his college.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I want you to do something for me right now. I want you to imagine that you are the woman and you are the man. And in comes the man who is $21,000 in arrears in child support, which, by the way, the woman just blew off and said, he's a grown man, forget it, I'm not even going to chase you for it, right? You went ahead and, okay. And the man who is $21,000 in child support in arrears says to the woman who has raised the child thanks to the man's drug problems, okay? And then the man, $21,000 in arrears in child support, who owes everything to the other parent who did everything for the kid, because the man didn't do anything. So he owes everything to the woman. Then sends the woman $200 measly, and then has the nerve to come in and tell the judge, "Judge, give me my $200 back." I'd like to know what any judge would say other than, "No. You deadbeat. No." Right? Why is it any different if you're a woman? I fight all my life for the kind of equality that wouldn't permit something like that to happen. And then you come as a member of my gender and say, "I want my $200 back. He hasn't done enough and I did too much at that time." And the irony is that you are not asking for 120 something back, which would be half. You want the entire $200 back. Explain yourself.
Well, I did ask for half of the money.
And now you think you should get the whole thing.
And
Why?
he kept ignoring me. He just said, "Oh, you're not getting anything." He never even told me it was $245. I called the bonds company.
Okay.
And they told me it was $245. He still let me believe it was $550. I had no idea until a month ago, I think, when I called. And I've seen him. I've asked him for my money.
Wait, you've seen him how?
He's come to my house.
To do what?
Because he wanted to see my mother. That was his excuse.
So he comes to visit your mother, and you can even turn you could turn anything into a negative.
No, but I said, "Well, you're going to be up here for a while," because his fourth wife and him were getting a divorce, and her father had passed away.
Have you guys dated in the last 20 years?
No.
Okay, I was just curious.
No.
All right, a girl can dream.
Yeah,
All right.
I know.
So here's the deal, Miss Silver. We're talking about a grown man.
Yes.
You chose in a moment to spend $200 on bail money. That was your choice to do that. Why aren't you chasing your son for the $200?
Because I gave it to him.
So what? He didn't eat it. He gave it to the bail bondsman for your son.
Right.
So what? Have you ever said to your son, "You owe me $200"?
No, I said it to him because I sent it to him.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't owe you $200.
Okay.
He doesn't.
That's fine.
He doesn't. And I want what you got, the kind of hubris you have to come in here and ask for it. I want you to bottle it, and I want you to sell it in the open market because it's going to make you rich. Okay. Verdict for the defendant.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, $200. All this over $200.
Yes, it was the principle of the thing, and it's okay.
Explain that.
It was just the fact that he lied to me. Don't ask me for something if you can't do anything.
Why are you so mad at him?
Because he's full of lies.
After all these years.
All these years, he's still lying.
And you're still mad at him.
Because he's still lying. But it's fine. Thank you.
All right. What's your feeling on this outcome here?
I'm just glad it's over with. My son, he's a grown man. He took care of what he had to.
Why do you think she's so mad at you?
I have no idea. None. I mean, it was 22 years ago we got divorced, so I guess that's why. I don't have no idea.
And you come up to see the mom and...
Yeah, my family lives in Jersey. Her mother and her sister...
You still have feelings for her?
I'm always love her because it's my son's mother.
Yeah.
That's it. Nothing else.
All right. Harvey?
Gotta say, if you do end up in some kind of a business thing with an ex, especially important to get it in writing, they are your ex for a reason. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.